So now let's look at this Options tab within Burp Suite. So this particular tab, you don't use it much, but sometimes depending upon your client and the web application, you may have to come and configure some settings in this tab. So for example, the first one, which says Platform Authentication. So basically, some web servers will have a login name and password for security reasons. So you won't be able to get to the website unless you know the authenticate to the platform. So in that case, you can come and add, and you can give the web server address, and you can give the username password here. And after that, you should be able to scan the website like we discussed in the previous sections. And so the second one here, it's called Upstream Proxy Servers. So what this is you can daisy chain multiple proxies if you want to. It's useful in some cases, and we may pick up one or two examples in the web application module. But for now, you don't have to worry about this upstream proxy servers. And SOX proxy is a similar way. If it's if your client environment is tightly controlled, they may give you only some kind of a SOX connection to connect to the network. In that case, you may have to configure this setting over here. And you can do some timeout settings over here, and also host name resolution. This host name is pretty useful. For example, if you want to give a host name, for example, CNN.com, and you can specify any IP address in here. And so whenever Burp sees any host name, it resolves to that IP address automatically. So you don't have to go to your Windows or Linux configuration file, the host file, and change the settings there. So this is applicable only to Burp, and this is something I've used very often. So that is the Connections tab. So let's look at the other tabs under Options. Let's go to Miscellaneous, and you can set some hotkeys in here, and you can specify if you want to log the request and responses for each of the tools we discussed earlier. And you can specify where you want to store the log files and Burp scan files. And this feature is available only for Pro version if you want to back it up. And again, there's some feedback. So there is not much in the Miscellaneous. So let's check out the display section. Again, this is to do with how you want to display on the Burp tools itself. So you can change the font, and you can change the look and feel basically. So there is nothing important in this screen. Let's go to the sessions. And you can set up some macros as shown here to do some automated stuff as like it's mentioned here. But like capturing anti-CR set of tokens. Since you don't know what those things are, it may not make sense at this time. So maybe when we do the web application testing or hacking course, I will show you how to write a macro for these different sections. So let's go to SSL, and again, don't worry about any of these settings at this time. It will make sense once you start testing some applications. And that's pretty much it. Like I said, you won't spend too much time. Once you configure some settings, you can forget about the tab, and you should be good to go. Anyway, I will see you next time, and we will pick up where we left off. Okay, thank you.